Jimmy.
Already? Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's go. Come on, let's go. I know. Let's go. Okay, we can go this time.
Holin Wilbanks. I'm originally from Texas, and I fell in love with a military man, and we ended up in the beautiful mountains of northern Utah, and that's how I got here. So I started running in high school, basically to stay in shape to play other sports. And it wasn't until after college that I really fell in love with running and learned more about it, and started running more. Sorry. So, and truly it wasn't until I started mountain running that I really loved every step of it. So my running kind of came by default, because it really was just to stay in shape for other sports, and then the more I did it, the more I loved it. I always ran roads in Texas and anywhere else that I lived, and then when we moved here, I started trail running, and it's totally different, and it changed my running, because instead of it being just about the numbers and the pace and the time and the distance and really mapping all of that to speed, it was really just about hitting peaks and enjoying the scenery and the trail community, and it's a lot more fun to mountain run than it is to road run. What I love about running here is that in these mountains is that you can get some of everything. So you can be in huge aspen or pine forest, or you can be at the top of a peak looking out for miles and miles over the Great Salt Lake or over the Ogden Upper Valley. So really you can get whatever you want. You can run on lower elevation trails that are nice and cushiony, or you can run in boulder fields through rocks. You can find whatever you are looking for, and sometimes whatever you're not looking for. You're crossing streams, and really it keeps it so exciting. And I think today, watching kids grow up with this access to immediate information, we kind of lose that sense of wonder about what's next and what's around the corner. And running in the mountains, sometimes you just don't know until you get there, and it's always worth the work. And so I really love that heightened sense of wonder and excitement as you weave through the paths and come over the next peak. And so I think that's one of the things that I love most about running here. I'm not your role model when it comes to training for races. I've definitely added the mileage the last few weeks as I'm getting closer to a longer race, but I really just run how I feel, and some days that's 10 miles, and some days that's 5 miles, and some days that's hiking up a really steep peak versus running long distance. So I think that this running in the mountains has given me the freedom to maybe run a little bit more how I feel versus just pounding out the miles on the pavement every day. I used to race a lot and run a lot more competitively, but now that I've started mountain running, it's not so much about the however many races I can get in. I really think it's more about the journey. I do have a 28-mile race coming up in a couple weeks, Logan Peak, and I'm really excited about that one because it's trails I haven't run much, and it'll get me out in areas that I haven't seen much of. I feel like I'm running pretty strong right now, so I'm really looking forward to running that. Other than that, I love to stay at a fitness level where I can go out and run 10 or 15 miles and really get back into some mountains and hit some different peaks. So I've got some different runs I want to make sure I get in this summer, but that's the only race that I have on the books right now. running in the mountains, you can never run out of seeing the beauty because every season changes. Every season looks so different. You can run the same trail in the summer, fall, spring, and winter, and it looks completely different. And you can run different trails all over the place. And one of the good things about living in this area, specifically in the Ogden area, is that we're so close to so many amazing trails. You can hit a peak at lunch and get back for afternoon meetings. You can climb from peak to peak to peak on a Saturday morning and make it down to soccer games. And the trail running community is so strong and so active and so friendly and fun and rowdy. It's a great environment and a great team to be a part of.